everyone. We are very happy to have you here on our first interview on the official YouTube channel of UNESCO Center for Peace. We are very happy to have you here. We are with the Executive Director of UNESCO Center for Peace and our guest speaker, Dr. Ashitey. Um, Dr. Ashitey is part of the UNESCO Center for Peace for many years. He's been participating with the program. He's NASA Chief Engineer of the Mobility and Robotic Systems Section, Product Delivery Manager, and for the Inside Mars Mission Instrument Deployment System. We are very happy to have you here, Dr. Ashitey and Mr. Guy. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ashitey. Again, this is the third time you are participating in our summer program. This time we is happening online through Zoom, but regardless, we are very delighted, and usually we have the delegates that introduce you at the program. You just got in to start. Okay, go ahead and say a few words about our guests, and then ask the first question.
Okay. Hi everyone. First of all, good morning or afternoon. Hey, I really appreciate the talk that you already did. But well, I have just a little question for you, my professor, doctor. And the first is, humankind have a beautiful skill about there is the rational skill. Where do you think that the rational skill that humankind got, can take us all to the future? It will be do you think that it will be a good future, or where will be in a few years?
So, I think I missed a couple of your questions. Are you asking for the? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, humankind have a really got the skill of the rationality. So where do you think it can take us to the future? That capacity.
So you're talking about human rationale. I want to I don't get the gist of the question. So,
yeah. If I understand you correctly, you're asking Dr. Ashitey to kind of predict the future based on the way we think, you look at things today. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I think the way we look at things today, the way humans see things always change. Right? Humans, our goal is to make our lives better and to improve our environment, right? So we want to live in a sustainable way. And that's what humans have always done. When mistakes are made, we correct them. And I don't think that is going to change. In a way, during the Industrial Revolution, we lost our way, but I think we're now coming back. So humans have a very good way of self-correcting, and we self-correct because it's in our interest, right? So I don't see that as changing. I think in the future, being able to recognize our mistake and self-correct is something that is going to be very powerful for us as humans going forward.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, next.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, I'll ask the next, and then after we have 5 more minutes left. So Doctor, in your presentation again, you really insisted on the fact that Special gave the question that we are receiving from delegates on the fact that the reflection, our ancestors actually, exploration is not something that's new. Exploration, human beings from the early age have been exploring. The last question was about the Inca. So as we look at some of the answers that are going to improve our life here on Earth, moving forward, what are some of the you dealing with all this, knowing the space more than most of us, what are the possibilities? Because a lot of people are dreaming about moving down, moving to Mars, moving here. So giving the technology you have now and give you a presentation, do you think that's something that's feasible in our lifetime, or that's something that's going to come way down the road, that people will start, moving to some of these planet far away?
So one of the things about technology is, and its usage is always surprising. So right now, the emphasis is on traveling as far as we can to faraway places, right? But I think what happens is that as we start developing the technology, we're going to find other uses for the technology that what our plans were or are now might change.
Hmm.
And I think to me that is key. That people recognize that our plans do change, and technology does drive our plans. A few years ago, people were not thinking of putting constellation of satellites for providing internet access, right? People thought we had fiber optics. A few years ago, people thought we had satellite phones, and satellite phones were going to be the future. And what happened? The companies that started the satellite phones all went bankrupt because microwave technology became available and everybody could have a cell tower, right?
Hmm.
So I think things do change and we should be prepared for that kind of change.
Okay.
And I don't think one can say our goal is to go as far as possible deep in space as we can. But the question is, in the process of doing that, we're going to discover some technologies, and that those technologies might change the way in which we what our goals are. Our goals will change. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So the goal now is to go to get humans out of Earth and see how far we can take them. And once we've done that, we'll see where things take us.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Hmm.
And Dr. Ashitey, now a question that I know that has popped out in all the conferences that I've attended that you have given is, how can youth participate? We know that there's, for example, Alisa Carson, a future astronaut that is seeking to go to Mars. She's 19 years old. Um, and I would like to know, how can youth, especially for the delegates of our summer program, how can they participate directly with NASA, apart from what you told us on the conference?
So I do believe the best way for you to participate is to take part in what we call outreach programs. So we have a lot of outreach programs that are open for the youth all around the world. And by just joining some of these programs and being conversant with what is being done, I think to me that's the best way to join in these activities because it does open the doors for people to understand exactly what is going on.
Perfect. Um, Gabriel, you may do the last question.
Well, uh, well, doctor, I don't know. My question maybe is kind of a cliche of this, but do you believe or that we are? Do you believe like in aliens or that kind of stuff? There will be like a danger for us.
So what do you mean by aliens? So
There is that maybe is a life in another planet besides this.
oh, do I believe? Okay, so it depends on what you. So are you? I don't know whether the life that you think of or the life that you and I think of is the same life that we might find on other planets. We have carbon life here. It could be that the life, like there'll be different forms of life on other planets, and I think that is very difficult to tell. But if there's life on other planets, do they pose potential danger for people on Earth? Possibly, and I think we'll find out very soon.
I hope so. Thank you so much, doctor.
Wow.
Doctor, that's a little scary. I wanted to finish on a beautiful note.
No.
When you find out alien, I hope you're not gonna have some of this ET that we've seen in the movies coming to to stop us from exploring, Doctor.
I hope not. Not too soon. But thank you
You
so
know,
much, doctor.
so I don't think so. I think with those to look in the future, I just see opportunities because the more we challenge ourselves, like I said from the beginning, our forefathers stood on Earth. They had to look through these cloudy skies and fog to map the constellation. Today, we get out of the confines of Earth and we're able to see clearly the constellations. And we want to go deeper and deeper and closer to these constellations. We're going to learn a lot more. It presents significant challenges, but it presents significant opportunities for discoveries that will make our lives better and be able to hopefully restore some of our Earth, the problems we have on Earth. So I think I'm very I'm very optimistic about the future, especially listening to the young folks on this UNESCO camp, and it's just very promising. The future looks very promising.
Okay, thank you so much. You've been very, very encouraging and hopeful about turning any challenge to optimism to opportunities, and I think that's the message that all of us are taking here. So I just wanted to clarify because some of these young people they're thinking about ovni. What if another planet you find an army of alien that were going to attack us? But again, the great thing is to know that yes, like you say, we are very resilient, and again, NASA's relationship with people. We used to actually have the John Hopkins. There used to be an outreach program. NASA here, John Hopkins things. Used to have an outreach that used to also work with us. Every year we used to go there in Baltimore. Hubble station, they had. So we definitely are going to re-engage them and have some of these young people that are interested in the exploration and to join some of the program we talk about. I think it will be great for many of them to be able to participate in outreach. Thank you very much, Doctor. This is Sunday, and I thank you for taking the time to reach out to us and to enrich our program the way we've done in the last 3 years. Thank you again. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Hey, thanks for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
doctor.
You guys did great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashitey. It's an honor to have you back.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.